Did you know that there are Guinness World Records related to crochet? Me neither. So hold on to your hats because I'm sharing 13 mind-blowing crochet world records. We've got the world's longest scarf. We've got the longest crochet marathon of all time. We've got the largest crochet hook. And these are just to name a few. And just to add a little bit of fun, at the end of the video, I am going to be attempting to break 2 of these records. Game on. The first world record that we're going to chat about is the largest display of crocheted sculptures. And this record was set on January 21st, 2018 in Chennai, India. A crochet group called Mother India's Crochet Queens organized this entire event, and in total, they collected over 58,000 crochet sculptures. The theme was Go Green, Save the Earth, and they collected pieces from people from all over the world. So it wasn't just people in India. You had men, women, children all participating together to create this amazing event. When you look at all the pieces in the photos, you can see that there are amigurumi toys, there are crocheted flowers, there are all different kinds of colorful pieces. It really is beautiful, and I imagine that it took so much coordinating and organization to pull this off. The next crochet Guinness World Record is for the longest crocheted scarf. This particular record was set by an individual, and it was set on April 1st, 2024. Daisy Tack started crocheting this scarf in February of 2023, and it took over 250 skeins of yarn. In total, it was 982 feet, and it broke the previous record by 142 feet. A local architect volunteered to be the official measurer and to certify the winning record. I'm honestly blown away by the patience and perseverance this project took. I cannot imagine working on a project for that long. I can't imagine that she was working on anything else during that time. And I also wonder, where did she store this as she was working on it? It was 982 feet. It must have weighed a ton. And where is she storing this? How is she working on this? I just have so many questions. I'm just blown away by this one. The next record is for the longest crocheted chain, and I don't even think you're gonna believe this one. So let's play a little game. How long do you think this crochet chain is? A, 3 miles, B, 80 miles, C, 15 miles, or D, 214 miles? If you guessed A, B, or C, you would be wrong. It's D, 214 miles. This chain was crocheted by elementary school students, their teachers, and parents. It took them 9 months to complete, and it was finalized on July 19th, 2021. Now that record was for a group, but this is the longest crochet chain by an individual. This one was crocheted by a French woman, and in total, it was over 80 miles long. This record took 5 months to complete, and it was set back in October of 2009. This next crochet record is one that if it hadn't been recorded, I don't think I would have believed it. The longest crochet marathon on record is 72 hours. As much as I love to crochet, I don't think that I could crochet for 72 hours straight. This one truly blows my mind. This record was achieved by a Nigerian woman between the dates of the 24th of December through the 27th, 2023. The previous record was 34 hours and 7 minutes, so she blew this record out of the park. When asked why she attempted this record, she talked about her passion for crochet, and she also talked about wanting to push her personal limits, but she also said this: "I aim to showcase the artistry and perseverance involved in this craft and promote awareness about crocheting and its benefits." Wow, I love that so much. You can tell that she is so passionate about this, and during this 72 hours, she was only allowed a total of 2 hours of rest, 5 minutes for each hour of crocheting. During these breaks, she could rest, she could eat, she could go to the bathroom, or change her clothes. That was it. When she ran out of yarn, she would immediately have to start the next skein. There was no going and looking for the other one. She had to be ready to go in an instant. This is amazing on so many different levels. To do anything for 72 hours straight, you have to love it. And I admire her perseverance, her strength, her tenacity to be able to pull off a record record like this and bringing attention to the artistry and the beauty of crochet is something that it makes me a little verklempt. This next world record is amazing. Clara and Broa Sams created the largest crochet hook on record. And this was set on December 11th of 2017. In total, it measured a whopping 9 feet 1 inch. How do you use a crochet hook like that? The participants shared that they made this hook out of their love for crocheting, and it was presented during a teaching event during Worldwide Knit in Public Day, and that's going to come back around on June 14th of next year. This next crochet world record is so fantastic that I double-checked to make sure that it wasn't fake. The largest crochet canopy on record was set on October 4th, 2019. It took over 200 people, 8 months, and 25,000 hours to pull this one off. In total, they crocheted 8,248 hexagons and used over 1,800 pounds of synthetic raffia. The crochet canopy measured over 30,000 square feet. That's huge. It all began with a mother and daughter who wanted to decorate their town for an upcoming festival. They and other crocheters in their communities experimented with different techniques until they settled upon the idea that crochet hexagons were the answer. And what's amazing is that the official winner, the mother, is 92-year-old Paloma. The daughter explained that Paloma had lost her husband recently, and doing this amazing project gave her something creative and positive to focus on. The next crochet world record was an incredible group effort. You will not believe how big the largest crochet blanket is. In total, it measured over 185,000 square feet. That's over 4 football fields in total. This massive crochet blanket was organized by the group 67 Blankets for Nelson Mandela Day in South Africa. Thousands of people, including children, the elderly, the Society for the Blind, and prisoners in 84 different correctional facilities across South Africa made this project a success. This record was set on April 22nd, 2016 in Cape Town. The next crochet world record has a really interesting backstory. The Guinness World Record for the largest crocheted square was awarded to Santa Barbara resident Stephen Dunyer on May 14th, 2016. Stephen originally got interested in crochet after seeing yarn bombs in his local area. And if you're not familiar with that term, it's street art that uses crochet to cover up something in a public space. I recently saw one when I was out and about, and it was a tree that was crocheted with a little cover, and it also had the word boo crocheted on it because we have Halloween coming up soon, and it was really cute. But I've also seen it on large fences before, and it's just a fun way to brighten up a space. The idea came to him when he was just thinking about what would happen if he didn't make just a small square and then make another small square. What if he just made one large square and just kept adding row after row after row? For this record, he made over 500,000 double crochet stitches, and the square in total is over 1,300 square feet. That's the size of a house. The next crochet record was set by 2 women and an organization in the Netherlands. This record was set on July 8th, 2018, and it's for the longest crocheted bunting in the world. And what's incredible is that this bunting is over 7 miles long, and it was created to support their local cancer center. I love that this project was made to support people who are going through a very difficult time, and I love that. The next world record is for the most amount of people crocheting at the same time. And this record was set on February 24th, 2023. And in total, there were 960 people crocheting together all at the same time. This broke the previous record of 604 people crocheting simultaneously back in 2017. This world record was set in Derby, UK, and it was for the organization Make a Difference, Make a Blanket. They were all crocheting blankets to help those in need over the winter. I've seen some fast crocheters in my lifetime, but this one beats them all. Lisa Gentry from Monroe, Louisiana is the fastest crocheter on record. On June 25th, 2005, at a local Michaels store, Lisa Gentry crocheted 5,118 stitches in 30 minutes. She averaged 170 stitches per minute. So I had to know more about Lisa Gentry, so I went on a deep dive on the internet and I came up with this 15-year-old crochet speed test video on YouTube. In the video, Lisa gives directions for how you can test your own crochet speed, and these are the directions that she gave. She starts off by recommending a 5.5mm crochet hook and worsted weight yarn. Then she says to chain 28. Then she says starting in the 4th chain from the hook, make a treble stitch in every chain, so you'll end up with 25 treble stitches in total. Next, you're going to make 3 treble stitches between each of the treble stitches from the previous round, so you are making a shell stitch. You set your timer for 1 minute and count up how many shell stitches you made in total. Now Lisa ended up with 24. So challenge accepted, Lisa. Let's get to it. I didn't even get to the shell stitch row at all. I knew that I wasn't a fast crocheter, but I thought I could at least get to that row. This was pretty pitiful. But if you do the test, I want to know, where did you get? Please leave it in the comment section, because am I just a really, really slow crocheter? Or is she a really fast? Obviously, she's a very fast crocheter, but maybe it's both. Maybe I'm really slow and she's really fast. But wow, I would love to know if I'm slower than the average crocheter, because maybe I am. This next one is insanity. I would imagine that most of the people watching this video are crocheters. And then there might be a few of you in the audience that are also runners. But I bet that there aren't many, if any, runners who also crochet while running. But that's what Lisa Hewer did. During the 2014 Virginia Money London Marathon, Susie Hewer crocheted a chain that was over 450 feet long. To be exact, it was 457.35 feet. This leads me to so many questions. How did she come up with this idea in the first place? How did she ever figure out that she could crochet while she was running? How many times did she fall while she was crocheting while running? What does she do with the chain that is 450 feet long while she is running a marathon? What does she do with it? And where does she put all the yarn while she's working on it? I wish there was a video so that we could see how this works in practice, but because I'm a crazy person, I've decided that I'm going to go outside and see if I can run and crochet at the same time. Now, after this last experiment that I did with the speed test, I don't think I'm going to be able to make any kind of world records, because number one, I'm not a runner. So there's no way I could even run a marathon. But I would be curious to see, can I crochet while running? So I'm gonna have to change my clothes because I'm not in running attire at all. I'll show you my outfit. Not running attire. So I'm gonna start off slow and see if I can just walk while crocheting before I even attempt to run while crocheting. I put the yarn in a bag. This is the only way I could think. How could I carry the yarn while I'm crocheting and walking at the same time? I'm just gonna try it. That was not as hard as I thought it was going to be. My neighbors are outside, and so I'm feeling like a real idiot out here about to start crocheting and running at the same time. But you know what? Anything for YouTube, okay? Anything for YouTube. Okay, so walking while crocheting was pretty easy. Now I'm gonna try running while crocheting, and I already told my husband if he hears me fall down and hurt myself to please just call an ambulance because I'm gonna need help. That doesn't even compare. Walking while crocheting, totally doable. Running while crocheting, no. Just no.